Hi everyone, it's Margaret here with 60andMe. 60andMe is a community of older women over 60, 70 who still love to play with makeup, fashion, beauty, skincare, and really enjoy product tutorials and inspiration about how to use the beautiful makeup that's available these days. Now, especially over the last 3 or 4 months for me, I have used makeup as a kind of a compass, a North Star for me. It is my normality in a world that has been shifting and changing so fast. Just applying my makeup just makes me feel put together and, just ready to deal with whatever is going to happen that day. And so I wanted to share with you, though, some of the discoveries that I've made over the last 3 or 4 months. I've been watching some videos of other bloggers who I trust and respect. I've ordered some products as best as I could, getting the colors right online. And I've tried all of these products, which to me are kind of alternative to foundation. Now, for many years, I wore nothing but foundation. And I thought that was the thing that was going to make my face, color correct and smooth out the fine lines and wrinkles on my 71-year-old skin. And I discovered some beautiful foundations. And I have those aside, maybe 4 or 5 that I would use when I want something a little extra, something to last longer. But for these spring and summer, and probably autumn months, I am starting to use now tinted moisturizers. Tinted moisturizers, it could be BB creams, CC creams, there's a whole spectrum of products, and I gathered some together that I'm going to share with you. I've tried all of these, and they've all got unique characteristics that I think you'll find really fascinating. And what I'm loving most of all is that a lot of these skincare or these makeup products, these tinted moisturizers, are also using skincare products, hyaluronic acid and niacinamide. Some are using squalene. They're things that are good for your skin. So when you put on this tinted moisturizer, you feel like you're doing something, good for your skin as well. Now, the one I've got on, I'm not going to tell you what it is until the end, so you won't be influenced by it, but it's the one that I like the most for this kind of a day and a sunny, warm day. And hopefully you'll get inspiration from some of the things that I've discovered. Now, as I've said, you've got to be so careful with colors. And I know that you can't go into the shops in some places right now and try on makeup. You can't look at it. There are some ways that you can compare online. Check those out. Like if you're using one foundation or tinted moisturizer, here's a suggestion for another. But really, you have to kind of just experiment. Now, the beauty of tinted moisturizers are that they tend to be more forgiving. So if you get a color that's a little bit light, you can blend it in. You can pop some bronzer on if you want to just darken it a little bit. But you really just have to take your chances and do your research and be careful. Now, I am going to tell you what my skin color is a light beige. And I'll tell you what I've used with the moisturizers. So let's get started. Now, I'll tell you, by the way, at the end also what I'm wearing today. So that it's a very easy look. It's super, it was low maintenance. I just popped it on 10 minutes and I'll share with you. This is a kind of a spring-summer look that I've been enjoying. So let's start. Okay, there are some tinted moisturizers that are really fascinating that change color. You put them on your hand and you look at them and they change color to kind of adjust to your face. I've showed you this one before. This is Trinny London. Trinny London does what she calls a BFF cream, and it's got a pump, very nice. I think it's got 30 SPF. Now, most, by the way, tinted moisturizers do have an SPF, but if you are sensitive to the sun and you want to be careful, you might want to apply that first. So I should have said that, first of all, I would start always with a primer. I never used to wear a lot of primer, but under all of these, I used this ordinary, it's called, what's it called? It's high adherence silicone primer, and that really smooths your pores, even with a tinted moisturizer. So that's where I started on everything. Trinny London. Trinny's product is interesting. When you put it on your skin, I'll show you this, it is a white color, okay? And when you rub it in, it turns the color of your skin. And it's very light, but it's amazing. If you want just to wear this by itself and not any other foundation or coloring, this smooths your skin so beautifully. Can you see how it's changing color? And you just really rub it in like a moisturizer. And this is really pretty. I like this a lot. I love Trinny products, and I've done a separate video on that. You can see how it just smooths your skin. gives you a really nice glow. So that's Trinny London. It's around 25 pounds, so maybe $30. It's not an inexpensive product, but it's one of those things I have it in my bag all the time and use it just when I want to freshen up and look kind of glowy and smooth. That's Trinny. Another one in that category, this is a really interesting one. Lots of bloggers absolutely love this product. It is called a Unisex Healthy Glow by Charlotte Tilbury. It's the most unusual tinted moisturizer that I have ever tried. Basically, when you put it on your skin, it is a gray color. I'll show you how this works. It's got a squeeze top. If I can do this on this hand. Okay, so this one, I'm not going to put too much, is you can see it's gray. But when you rub this in, it is incredible. I'm just going to rub it without showing you well, you can see now as it's changing. Can you see that color? It's hard to show this on my hand, but it turns a really nice tan brown. I think you can see that on my hand there. It's really lovely. This one was my absolute favorite. Now you can see even better now. It was my absolute favorite for months, and I still love it and love it. It was almost the first one I bought, but I wanted to try so many other things. But this is gorgeous. I love it. I love it. And you don't even need anything else on top of this, just a little bit of blush, maybe a little bit of bronzer, but that is just, it's a little suntan in a jar, but very, very easy. It doesn't streak or anything. It's beautiful. And that's the Charlotte Tilbury. I really, really love this product. It has got, I think it's got SPF. It hasn't got SPF. No, this one does not have SPF. So beware and just wear your own SPF underneath. But that's the Charlotte Tilbury Unisex Healthy Glow. And by the way, I'll put all the descriptions and links of these products in the description of the video below. So you don't have to be writing it down now. I'll have it all for you. So that's the Charlotte Tilbury. Love that. Now, as I mentioned, there's a spectrum. Some very expensive products and very reasonably priced. I'm going to just leap to a really expensive product. It's one that's got lots of reviews. It is the Yves Saint Laurent Touche L'Eclat. Touche L'Eclat. It's they call it a foundation, but it's really a CC cream. It's quite light. And this one it's beautiful. And when you put this on your skin, it is amazing. And I wear this a lot. When I first tried it, I wasn't sure because it's got a very thick consistency. So you think, oh, this is going to be a foundation. Here it is. But when you rub it in, can you see that glow? It's just really, really pretty on the skin. It's at the top here. And again, you rub it in. You have to, it's not like a moisturizer. You might want to just pat it in or rub it in with your fingers, but it's just a gorgeous, gorgeous color. And that one I think is probably up there in the top 3. I love that one. So I'll go through, and you see how it's just blending in with my skin, but it's got a beautiful, beautiful glow. I think that's the thing that's really magical about that one. That has got no SPF either. It's all-in-one glow foundation, they call it, but I consider it light enough to be in that category of tinted moisturizer. That's the Yves Saint Laurent Touche Eclat. Is it Touche Eclat? Same as, remember you could get the highlighter. It's the same almost formula, but as a foundation. So that's a really cool one. One that you probably, and that's around $60. So it's not an expensive one. That's the most expensive I'm going to show you. The other one that many of you are familiar with is the IT Cosmetics Better Than Skin. It's CC plus 50 SPF. A lot of people absolutely love this product. It's a kind of love-hate. People love it and hate it. It's kind of in between, but I'll put a little bit on just so you can see. And again, it's one of these to the spectrum of glowy. It's definitely up there with glowy. I'll just put it at the corner there. But you can see right away the shine. So that's the IT Cosmetics. A lot of people enjoy that. I love it. It's a little glowy for me, but it's still very, very beautiful. And they've actually come out, I think, with a matte version of this. And also, you know, they're evolving the product as well, which is wonderful. But this is the original Better Than Skin CC Plus cream. 50 SPF, amazing for sun protection. Another one that I'll show you now at the other end of the spectrum, which is a more affordable product, there's 2 products here from CoverGirl. I rediscovered CoverGirl this last 3 months, and I've been so, so impressed. I started off with something called the Smoothers. I'll just get that out of my box here, because that was the first one I tried. CoverGirl CC Smoothers. And it's just lovely. It's very reasonably priced. It's a really cute little jar bottle. It's plastic, of course, but it's really easy to pack if you're traveling, small size. It lasts a lot though. It's really lovely. I'll put this, I'm running out of little spaces on my hands, but it's a pump or a little squeezy top again. I'll probably use more than use more than I thought. Let me just try that on somewhere here. Let's just put it right here. You can see how light that is, but it's really pretty. And I think for the price, it's under $10. It's a really good alternative. And it blends into your skin color. This one I'm using, by the way, I should have mentioned the colors. This one is called Nude Beige. So all of the ones I tend to use are either Nude Beige, Cool Beige, but that's the CoverGirl CC Smoothers. And then when I went into the shop, just when they opened a couple of weeks ago, I discovered this new one. This was recommended in many lists of great tinted moisturizers. Not the smoothers, but this one, which is the CoverGirl Clean Matte BB Cream. And it's this color I'm using is, I think it's just called Light. It's light. It doesn't come in many color options, this one. But I use the light. And again, it's really, really cool. I'm going to just... I've got some space here. I'll try a little bit on this. My hand's getting full of different colors. But you can see there. A little heavier, but still BB cream, and so blends in beautifully. Isn't that pretty? I mean, these two products are under $10. So they're CoverGirl. Check that line out if you haven't done it in a while. It's a drugstore brand. You'll find it everywhere. And some of their lipsticks are wonderful too. And I think that was definitely on the plus list. Now I've got one more, which is super affordable. This is the Essence. This was about $4. It's Essence My Skin Perfector. And when you start looking at all of these, they honestly start to look very similar. This one, I think, was, again, only light medium, not too many choices, but you can see it's a bit thicker. And when I put it on, it didn't seem to do as much. I can see on my finger there, but it's very lightweight. It almost, in my opinion, could be a primer, this one. But it is there. And if you don't want to spend a lot on a tinted moisturizer, this Essence My Skin Perfector is about, I think, $4 or $5, very affordable, and it works. It's lovely. Okay, so let me share the one I'm using, because this is one I had no idea of this brand. I didn't even know, I've never heard of it, and I just read so many reviews on it that I thought, I'm going to try it. It's Ilia. Ilia is a US brand, I believe. You can get it in Sephora and all the US shops, and I got it in Europe, so you can order it internationally. And it's one of these beautiful products. It's a tinted moisturizer, but it's got squalene, hyaluronic acid, and niacinamide, which are all wonderful things for the skin. I've got this on today. You can see, and I put this on about maybe an hour ago, and you can see the glow. But it's not sticky. It's not overly shiny. I just thought it was really, really pretty. And it's a liquid. It comes with a dropper. Very unusual application. It's got a little dropper. And I'm going to find a place on my hand where I can put this so that you can see it. Because I'm just going to drop it on just a little teeny bit so you don't need much to show you this. But you can see immediately, well, you can see it on my face, and so that's kind of, but look at that glow. I just thought it was such a beautiful, beautiful texture. And the fact that it's got these incredible skincare ingredients in it, that's it. Now, I have some age spots here and here, but it actually covered them. And I only put one application using a brush. I used a brush for this one, but you can see it's really smoothed out my skin. This one is about $25, I think, so it's in the middle. But I would buy this again. I probably will wear this one more than any. The second one will be the the Charlotte Tilbury, and the third one will be the Yves Saint Laurent. Those are my top three. But the rest are great. And I also picked up the Estee Lauder Futurist Hydra Rescue, which is a foundation, but it's also in the category of a tinted moisturizer. It's got, I think it's got 35 SPF, and a lot of people love this. I'm going to do a separate review on these ones that bridge, like foundations and CC creams. I think that would be useful. So those are the Tinted Moisturizer BB cream, CC creams that you might want to consider if you are thinking foundation is either just a bit too much right now. Especially if you're wearing a mask, you don't want to have too much foundation on your face. Very little, just to maybe have a glow underneath. And also, just a way to soften your aging skin. I have found, as I said, my 71-year-old skin, it's got wrinkles and creases and all kinds of things, but I don't need a heavy foundation. And I think the more that you put on, the more it sticks to your wrinkles and lines. Try something that's a little softer, a tinted moisturizer or CC cream. Now, I want to share with you what I put on today, just in case you're interested, because it's a whole kind of glowy cream look. I used, of course, the Ilia foundation or the tinted moisturizer. I have been absolutely in love with the Trinny pot products. They all snap together in little pots. I did a video on this, but today I used Pia, which is this color. It's beautiful. I use it all the time. It's going to be gone soon. Sorry, wait a minute. Is that the one? Wait, no, this is Pia. They're similar colors. This is the Pia, which I put on the cheeks. And the other one is a gloss, which is called Mia. And that's a very similar color, but it's a light gloss. So I use those two on my lips. On my eyes, I did stay with Trinny. I used three shadows. The first is called Mystery, which is, oh, sorry, wait a minute. Mystery is not the one I wanted first, is it? Where is it gone? There's three of them, and they're all similar blendable shades. This is called Virtue. Virtue was on first, under my eyebrow, and as a base. That's Virtue. And then I put on Mystery, which is a taupey color. And I put that all over my eyelid. These are beautiful products, by the way. I could show you just how creamy they are, how they go on. They're lovely. And then the third one I used was a little darker called, what's it called? Empress. And I put some on the edges and a little bit in the crease. So those three went together. That's beautiful. I love these Trinny products, I must be honest. And then for my mascara, I use my L'Oreal Lash Paradise, which you know is my favorite. And what else did I use today? Oh, a teeny bit of blusher on my forehead and nose. That's the Physicians Formula bronzer. And finally, if there was an eyeshadow palette that I've actually bought two because I want to back up, that I just think for me is the perfect little palette, under $10. Catrice shocked me with this one because I've got other palettes that are more expensive. But for me, this was perfect. It is called Next Generation Nudes. And I hope you can find it because it's been sold out in several places, but these are the colors that I adore. If I can just turn it around. I used this one here today. It's called, what is that one called? Dramatic. And it's a sort of a sheery, sparkly, glowy. It's not glittery. I'll show it to you on my hand. Just on the very tips of my, can you see that? It's just so pretty. And that's just on the center of the eyes. That's it. That's what I used. And for my eyebrows, important because I have discovered a new eyebrow product. It's called Total Temptation, Maybelline. This has changed my life with eyebrows. I'm able to get a little bit of shape. It's got a little sort of a slanted pencil at the end, which is wonderful. This is in blonde, and then a brush. Fantastic. So that's it. That's my makeup look. But I wanted to share this idea about using tinted moisturizers instead of heavy foundations, lighten up a little bit, and just see what difference it makes in your complexion as an older woman. But I want to thank you so much for being here. Please, if you have your favorite products that you've discovered during the last 3 months in lockdown, let me know. Leave your comments in the section below. Lots of ideas and inspiration for other women in our community. So take good care of yourselves. Stay strong, stay beautiful, keep shining, and have a wonderful day. Take good care, everybody. Bye-bye for now.